Welcome into the All Things BMX Show. It's another Wednesday night, Chris.
Yes, sir.
We got a great show for you this
fun
evening.
Tonight.
We're running late because we were talking shop before the show started.
Literally.
You can go bitch about it somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Right. We got the one, the only Bill Ryan joining us this evening, the mastermind at Supercross, the head janitor at Speedline. What's some of the other?
Hey, guys. Thank you for having me.
Some of the other titles he has.
Appreciate being back on the best BMX show on Wednesday night.
There we are.
Hey,
the man knows how to sell.
He's got it. Welcome in, Bill.
Welcome in. Hey.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you having me.
Hey.
You guys tuning in can join us for the most part each and every Wednesday if we're not off bike riding.
Unless we decide to go racing.
That's right. We are BMX racers, believe it or not. And you can
So
find
it's
us
like Wednesday efficient or Wednesday associate, or what's the proper term for that? To where Wednesday adjoining, to where it's just whatever Wednesday you guys happen to decide, people can come and tune in. What if you've got hundreds of people that are lined up just waiting outside that Facebook wall, just going, come on, All Things BMX, come on. You guys take off. And you're like,
if there was,
you guys, we're going riding.
If there was hundreds,
that'd be impressive.
Yeah.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Millions of people just going, I need my BMX fix. And you guys are like, yeah, we're at the track.
We're at the track.
Come see us there. We'll do it live.
I look at it a lot like, like a touring band. They're not always going to be in your hometown, folks.
True, but you do say that you're going to be here every Wednesday night.
We try.
You know how many times I've tuned in and I'm like, oh, they're not there.
Zero.
Zero.
I'm like, come on, guys. I had my Wednesday night planned.
Yep.
This was going to be it. I was going to sit here.
When that does happen, you can click over to YouTube, and you can find all the past shows that we've done and get your fix.
Oh, so there's that place called YouTube.
There is.
People can go to watch things.
Yes, and you can find YouTube,
all
Twitch,
250 shows.
All of them are on there. And
thereabouts.
Yeah.
Plus.
Every time I go to YouTube, it's just all this political nonsense bullshit
you gotta get
blowing
on
in my face to where the left did this, the right did this, the center said fuck you to both of you.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Probably not allowed to say that. You're going to have to bleep that,
I don't have one of those buttons.
We don't do that.
No.
Oh, shit.
No. But we are coming to you. We're coming to you live from the Ethan Clark Studios here in the busy metropolis of Harlan, Michigan, Bill. And rumor has it that they might open a Chick-fil-A. They're working on it. Yeah,
it's about
a big
the
deal.
only.
Yeah,
it's
about
the
big
only
deal.
fast food restaurant not in town. Yeah.
It is. It's about the only one we don't have. We are brought to you by the good people at Motor City Harley Davidson in Farmington Hills, Michigan, who this weekend, they've got a big thing going on, summer/open house. Make sure you guys get out there from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. They're having an open house out there, food, drinks, music, great times. Join them for a rumbling good time. You know, when we make it out there, I mean, I've been there, but we haven't made it out there for an event yet.
And I just want to go see the place. It's just the pictures are awesome, but we need.
You gonna
No.
Are you gonna take a test drive?
Oh, I might do that.
Okay, that's what I want to know.
I'll ride one of those things. See what it can do.
Melissa's off this evening. We do have the one, the only, hanging out back there, Mr. Detroit Velvet Smooth.
There he is.
He's a man of no words.
No words.
Yeah, many few words.
Very
few.
Brought to you by the people at Gate 9. If you're looking for the best number plates, check out Gate 9.
If he starts talking, we're
we
out of here.
I will find that dump button. I will find the dump button and run. Chris and I are coming to you live from the Getaware News Desk, where we got breaking news for you. Well, it's not really breaking news, but we want to kind of put a button on our Fast AF 46 and over flat pedal series. We want to say thank you to everyone that was involved, all 32 participants of the Flat Pedal Open. We want to say thank you to Toledo Speedway for hosting the final, Richfield Park BMX, Waterford Oaks, and Marysville BMX for kicking it all off. Thank you guys so much. And again, to all the sponsors that stepped up, the people that tossed in money, thank you guys so much. It was a great time. Mother Nature threw us a wicked F-bomb on the final.
Yes.
But as we always do, as BMXers do, we overcame and we made it happen. So it was a great time.
I like the series. It was a lot of fun, and I would vote if I had a vote. to do it again next year because it was pretty darn cool.
It's in the works.
And oh, by the way, guess who the overall winner of the series was?
Nice. So Justin, you
Justin.
went in there, made your own series,
Then,
made your own rules,
Yes.
won the series.
Actually, I didn't make the rules. I let BMX Rocks make the rules. I just happen to have steady finishes that helped. That was it.
That was cool.
Now, if there had been a different winner, Travis Turgeon is your people's champ. He got distracted at the first race, talking with one of our sponsors, Mr. Billy from Gate 9, and he missed his semi. So that left a lot of points up there for everybody, and it was.
So you're just like, I'm gonna take this, and you may have been telling him, hey, go talk to this guy for a little bit. Semis are coming up. I don't want to race him. Can you? You go talk to him.
It was him missing it. Kept everybody nice and kept the points real. It kept the points going into the last race. So good times, and thanks again to everyone that was part of it. We're looking forward to doing it again next year and
it was a lot of
bringing
fun.
the circus around. And
that sounds like a fun event. I'm all in. We got to do this.
All right.
Awesome.
And which flat pedals was everybody running? What was the favorite brand?
Oh, geez, I don't.
Yeah, honestly, they were across the board because, I saw Bill Holman's the techniques. I saw some of those. Obviously, Chris's speed lines. You know what I didn't really see?
I had Yoshimura's.
Oh shit, you bougie mother. What I didn't see a lot of are those big ones. I
don't know if they still make.
The pedal dynamics.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of those Catalyst pedals. Yeah,
didn't see those.
We gave away the winner at each stop. Got a pair of the repopped SE pedals, courtesy of DB Sports, like the old. Was it the Croupies?
Yeah, they look kind of like a Croupie.
Yeah,
the big bear
traps. That was it. Yeah.
On them.
So is that the new MKS XC3?
Is the pedal?
The pedal, yeah.
No, actually,
You said it's a repop of the XCs, right?
No, it looks more like the old Hutch pedal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. With those big, gnarly looking teeth on the cages of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. SE did a rethink. So those, everybody, if you want to stop, you got a set of those. So Travis got quite a collection. But yeah, it was cool. We had little prize bags we put together for everybody, and we didn't want to douse ourselves in champagne, so we did some hot sauce that we didn't pour on each other. Shout out to the
hot sauce in the eye would be a bad thing.
Well, it had the hot sauce came with a limited edition picture of Rick Carter on it from Beer Budget, so it's a collector's item now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We'll send you a picture.
Yeah.
Please.
You gotta love it.
I thought I had No, I got it upstairs.
Oh, it's upstairs. Okay.
Yeah, again, thanks everyone participated, especially all the racers. I can't thank you guys enough for coming out and doing that and going to all the tracks and supporting them. And we do this all on single point race days, right? So when we work with the tracks, we go to like Joe Rincon, the TO in Toledo, and we're like, we want to host this on a single point race, none of your multi points, because we want to help bring people and move up your moto count and make it a good day for you, because we're going to bring kids, our younger kids, and they're going to race, so you're going to have more kids there, and it was a fun time.
That's cool. I think
you finished sixth, right?
Yeah, I did finish sixth overall.
Chris finished sixth, yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. You made the main. You made the final cut.
Yeah, it was good times.
I made the main at one of them. I think it's a Waterford one. Yeah, Waterford one. Yeah.
Awesome.
Waterford's.
How many motos do you guys usually get these things to kick up to?
We'll bring anywhere from we had at Marysville we ran semis.
Was there 3 racks or 4?
Four.
The first one there was
4 racks.
A lot.
But what we add with the people that we bring in there is we're gonna pad you about 10 to 12 motos, because again you can't just race the open without racing a class.
You gotta race class.
And a lot of guys were doing the Ironman. They're racing class, cruiser, and open. So
that's awesome.
So now you got a person that might not have been at Marysville yet, or only been there for a bigger race. Now they're coming down, checking out a single point race, really getting to take it in. They're going to do, they're going to race class.
Snap bar, helping the local gas station, helping the local vendors.
Yeah.
No, that's what it's all about. Mm-hmm. That's where, as much as people like to bitch that USA BMX has so many nationals, I know what they're doing at each one is they're really stimulating that local area's economy.
Sure.
So I mean that's awesome. That part I'm really good for the way that they structure the series and the way that they do that, to where, you know, it eliminates a lot of the local riding because everybody wants to concentrate on nationals because there's so many. That's where I kind of get a little bit bummed about it.
Well,
but I do like what they're doing to stimulate the local economy every time they bring a national to town.
And to your point, this year in the Midwest area, not as many. I mean, the staple nationals are here, right? But it's a lot of drive-in. So when we looked at the schedule, we were like, we might have something here. We might have a year where we got something we could do. And I know out by Giffey, Dye Job Apparel,
Illinois.
Yeah, he's got a guy, Jesse Beaker, that does like a cruiser series, very similar to what we did with the flat pedal series. And I was like, you know, this could be a good year to run this because it'll fit in there, won't really overlap. It doesn't overlap Ohio State races or Michigan's. And it's not really, the national riders aren't depleted, say. So it worked out good for that. And it gave,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it gave a bunch of old dudes something to brag about at the water cooler.
Yeah.
No, that's good. So that was going to be part of my next question is what age group are you usually getting for this?
It's 46 and over. And we had up to 7. We had Dennis that raced. He's 72 years old.
Yeah.
So have you guys thought about doing a 5 to 12 little open as well to try and make it more fun for the little guys and get those little guys really addicted to the sport the way that we're addicted to the sport?
We thought about it, putting it in the works. We had to get our feet under our legs under us first.
No. And hey, I commend you guys for what you've done with that. I truly do. Mm-hmm. I think it's amazing. But like we were talking earlier, it's like, okay, let's start with this. Let's get this going. But now how do we build this? And how do we build this? Yeah. And that's where, like with Miranda, with Dirty Fest, the very first time he called, he's like, hey, I got this idea. And I'm like, I'm in. And he's like, well, I haven't even told you what it is yet. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm in. He goes, we're going to go rob a bank. And I'm like, I driving or you driving? And he's like, no. Come on. You know, he goes, I'm serious. I've got this idea. And I'm like, yeah. And every year when we sit down to talk about it, and I'm not on the official Dirty Fest board or anything like that. That's, you know, Mike, JV, and EC, that's their baby. I just like to try and help and do what I can. But Mike and I tell each other all the time, I'm like, hey, if this is my last year on the planet, I want to make sure that I have the biggest blowout party at Dirty Fest, make it be the most fun. And we've started that from the very first get-go. And now what we've been really focusing on is trying to bring others in, trying to bring the normies in, to where, just like you said, you got your stop, you know, you got your 46 and over open part going, rad. Well, we did that with the first year of Dirty Fest. The average person that was showing up was 35 to 65. And next year, we made a real concentrated effort to say, hey, let's do a strider class. The track's not too burly. Let's get those little kids out there. Let's get more of the younger kids, you know. And for this year coming up, it hasn't been announced yet, but we're going to be doing a special 12-year-old and 13-year-old moto where there's going to be special prizes for those special classes to really try and teach these kids who are so used to just, hey, I clip in, I go around the track, to give them the experience to say, this is fun. This is what BMX used to be. And there's nothing wrong with what you have as BMX now, but look at how fun this is. Because all the younger kids, I mean, like Danny Redbanks, you know, he's been going out there just loving it. You know, he can't wait till the next one. You know, when Ryder Murky was still racing, he would much rather go to that than go to a national. Griffin Lynn, I mean, that kid, he's 13 years old, got so much style, and he comes out to Dirty Fest and he's just like, yeah, I get to ride all day long. I get to hit all these jumps, all these lines. I get to have fun. You know, I don't go do a 30-second lap and then go sit and wait 4 hours to go do another 30-second lap to go, oh, I'm done for the day.
So this event right here, as
Yeah.
you started talking about it with the kids, and this
Yep,
is
that's
were you
first
thinking
I thought so too.
This is Richfield Park. It's a track here in Michigan. This is strictly made, and this is in their 4th year.
Yeah.
And actually, the payouts are way over that. So they do 6 and under, 7 and 8, 9 and 10, and 11 and 12. And actually, the current payouts are up over $300 for first. But it's exactly what you're talking about. It's getting them in, and they got a bike they're raffling off to raise more money for the payout. But the last time it was, I think I saw $318 for first. Like really, mainly just crowdsourced. And it's that's this. They call it their Top Grom.
This weekend?
Yeah, it's this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend.
And it's exactly what you said. Get the kids hooked in it, and and it's I've seen it grow every year, and I'm trying to find the current payout on it because it was, I think I want to say over $318.
Man, I really wish I knew about that. See, I'm so busy doing things that I don't get to hear about all that cool stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you said. It's like getting the kids hooked on that fun part of racing, so they get to go and they get to do their regular race, and then they get the special race, and they do their they do the rollouts, and there's the they pump up the music and all that stuff for them, and it's a good time. And again,
that's right.
Then the kids are the spotlights.
This year at Dirty Fest, I mean, it was kind of a weird one. I only got to go one day. I was 72 hours out of knee surgery, and drove myself 3 hours down there, and it was funny. David Ramey showed up with the golf cart, and then Morris Strombergs and Matt Hayden are carrying me into the pits because I couldn't put any pressure on my leg. Wow. It was so cool watching it. But not only was I stoked with all the young kids that were there, but Morris showed up, 2-time Olympic gold medalist showed up and was like, Bill, we're building a bike for me to do this next year. This looks so fun. And Nick Keeman, Olympic gold medalist, Nick Keeman, he showed up, and he was so stoked to get a picture with Clint Miller, to where he's like, you're my hero, you're my idol. And Clint's like, wait a minute, you're the Olympic gold medalist. And he's like, but you were the first IBMX UF world champ. You were the first one. You're the one who started it all. And to me, it's so cool because we're getting all these kids all involved, and you're bringing in all the older guys, and we're able to tell the story of BMX, and we're able to really spread out our history. And I wanted to just grow and grow. And that's where, again, Mike and I keep talking about, I picked this word up from Brant Moore, but the normies. Everybody who's in BMX knows that they love BMX. But the normies, the people who are outside of BMX, don't know they love it yet. So whatever we can do to open that door and bring those normies in, it just helps grow our world and grow our lifestyle. And everybody gets more friends, everybody has more fun, events become bigger, and it just becomes a rad time for everybody. Everybody's having fun.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's the thing.
Sorry, didn't mean to go off on a rant.
No, you're good, because
No.
I got something to share about my own Dirty Fest a little bit later. So that was that was your teaser.
Oh,
there you go.
Okay.
But I gotta
about that. Yeah. We are going to talk about Dirty Fest down the road here.
I gotta plug our BMX Rocks chat question, because I'm interested to ask you, because you're a man of music. And so Chris had this question, and we shared it this week, right before the show. It hit the socials, and I would like to hear from the people in the chat too that are listening live. And heck, man, if you're even listening to the podcast, like tag the page in it and tell us if you are if you're doing a long trip. We put like 8 hours in the question, but if you're doing like an 8-hour road trip, who is your go-to band or artist?
Oh, easy. I've got hundreds that are just in the playlist stacked. That's simple.
Okay, who's your go-to?
So the very first thing I put in is the Desert Sessions. And a lot of people won't know about this, but what the Desert Sessions is a mix. It's like a super group of Queens of the Stone Age, Earthlings, Masters of Reality, PJ Harvey, Elaine Johannes, Foo Fighters, Caius, the Dwarves, all these really infamous
Wow.
punk bands or garage style bands get together, and this is where they workshop their songs. And almost every single one of the Desert Sessions albums, and there's 12 of them right now, has had at least one or two songs come off of it and go to a Queens of the Stone Age album or a Dwarves album or PJ Harvey or, you know, Elaine's personal stuff or the Foo Fighters. I mean, so that's the very first thing that I'm going to put in, because now I've got a super eclectic mix of music that's already loaded in for this 8-hour drive. That's all going to be like a big radio station. So that's the first thing I pop in. Now, if I'm feeling like a little bit adventurous on the drive to where it's like, okay, I really need to get pumped up a little bit, there's a couple things. I can either grab, you know, the Cars' greatest hits, Talking Heads. Agent Orange is always a rad one to rip into. If I need to mellow out a little bit, you know, because traffic's getting crazy, I'll put on Fugazi, which I know that sounds like a weird thing, you know, you're throwing on a hardcore punk band to mellow out, but when you get into it and you're like, oh, all right, this isn't so bad. You know, we'll throw Palehead in there. Chris Cornell, if you just really want to kick back some of his good acoustic stuff. Screaming Trees. I mean, there's so many great bands. I mean, lately I've been on the Starcrawler kick where I keep throwing Starcrawler in, and the Chili Peppers obviously are part of a go-to. Jane's Addiction. I mean, come on. I mean, 9 Inch Nails. The list goes on and on. You've got to have just this broken up rad, you know.
So I gotta ask Chris before I do.
Oh,
have you? You said 9 Inch Nails. You listen to the new song from Tron?
I haven't listened to the Tron album yet.
So we won't go down the rabbit hole. I just got to tell you, classic, amazing, perfect.
Oh,
yes. Man.
I've been waiting for that.
So the single's out. The single's out. You can. It's over on. I've been listening to it on YouTube Music, but it is perfect. Like,
that is awesome.
It's exactly what we've been waiting for from them. Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, what's yours, Chris?
So when Pretty Hate Machine first came out,
yeah.
I mean, that was just eye-blowing, you know, mind-blowing. It's where you're just like...
It's all of it in one. Like, you hear it and you hear Downward Spiral.
Fragile.
You hear them
You'll
all.
Fight the Hand That Feeds, you
it's
know.
Good. It's great.
All of
it. Yeah. All in one song. You're like, damn. Then you just start. I've literally been driving home, start it back over, right, as soon as it's done.
That is so rad.
So
have you guys listened to the Sound City soundtrack?
No.
Okay, so you know what Sound City is, right?
Yes.
No, I don't.
Okay, so Sound City is one of the most famous recording studios of the San Fernando Valley. And everybody said that it had a special drum room that just echoed just right. And it had the special Neve mixing board that back in the day was $100,000 in like the 60s. So, I mean, multi-million-dollar mixing board, you know, from back then. And there's billions of gold records and platinum records and all that have been recorded there, and bands that have gotten their start there. Well,
wow.
They lost their lease, and when they lost their lease, and they had to shut down Sound City, Dave Grohl threw a big party and did a movie, and he actually bought the Neve recording board to take home. But the Sound City soundtrack, they've taken everybody who's recorded there and put them all together on this album. So much like the Desert Sessions, where you're getting a mix of all of these great musicians playing together, the Sound City soundtrack, it's got Trent Reznor, it's got Josh Homme, Elaine Johannes, it's got Dave Grohl, it's got Taylor Hawkins, it's got Tom Petty, it's got Lee Ving from Fear, it's got Stevie Nicks, it's got, you know, all these people who had all these albums. And I mean, the songs are just amazing, to where you get these most brilliant musicians, and They turned it into a movie. They turned it into an album, and you got to check it out. Some of Trent's stuff in it is just beautiful. They've got a track that's called Centipede, and it's Elaine, it's Trent, it's Dave, and Josh, and it's instrumental for probably 6 minutes of it. But just the way the music goes, you're just like, yeah, this is it.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
You're good. Chris, who's your go-to?
Mine's so.
You're not going to have to build up like Bill. I get it.
No. Jimmy Buffett.
I would have known.
You should, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if
You're
I'm going
going to
listen,
Margaritaville.
yes.
He does.
I've been there a few times.
Cruising.
What did I say?
So do they call that yacht rock now? Is that
They
where
do.
I've heard the term?
I don't
Yes.
think so. Not,
Yes. Yeah.
not Jimmy Buffett.
It's on my Yacht Rock channel at work.
Okay.
So I put that on out at the pool, and I hear a lot of Jimmy Buffett. I know
Okay.
it's not, but yeah.
I wouldn't call it that, but I'm not really sure what the definition of that is.
I'm not sure what the definition of yacht rock truly is, but for some reason, you say Jimmy Buffett, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that's yacht rock. That's just like chilling out at the bay, you know. I've got my margarita, you know. I'm just
Yeah. I got some little steel drum in the back of the music, and
hey,
some of
nothing
it's
matter with a steel drum.
yeah. No, it's all good, man. Like it.
Yeah, you want a good steel drum? Put on Chip Away, Jane's Addiction.
Oh,
talk about some good steel drum.
Sweet. What about you, Justin?
Sorry, somebody said Debbie Gibson was their go-to. It was Ron Walker in the chat. For an 8-hour ride?
No, I wouldn't say for an 8-hour ride, but yeah, back in the day, I was a kind of a Debbie Gibson fan. Back in the 80s.
I was a big fan of the album art.
The who?
Album art.
Oh,
her picture.
Okay.
I like Bill. I have a very eclectic taste on all different. When it comes to music, it's all over the place. But lately, like we took that trip, it was 6 hours, not 8 hours, and it was it was all Alice in Chains the whole trip there and back.
Oh,
yep.
Alice in Chains, Mad Season. I mean, all that's great.
Yeah, of course,
stuff.
Mad Season snuck in there but yeah, that was it was wild too because as we're driving along, like we were on our way back, and I'm like, damn, I never changed the. Yeah, and it was like you forget with these bands that we're talking about, like how deep their cuts go, right? Like it's like Alice in Chains was one of them, and you're just like, damn, they got a lot of good songs that weren't just on the radio. Yeah.
Oh, tons of great songs.
Yeah.
And then everything that they did with Mad Season, and then of course that ties everything back into a little bit of Pearl Jam, and I mean, there's so much weird stuff that ties in that way. Luke Miller, Ty Diaz's father, for our rider from over in the UK, we've actually shared a Spotify playlist that we make with each other. So he's listening to it over in the UK, while I'll be listening to it over here. And I mean, it's got mixtures of Tricky, it's got mixtures of, I mean, it's literally 24 hours long of playlists where it can just keep playing overnight and over and over. He'll add in a song, I'll add in a song, and I haven't heard anything bad in it. And it's just, this is it. Just, I
find like when I'm listening to it on, I use the YouTube player, and you can tap lyrics.
Oh, so you can see
It's so funny. There's certain songs that I've literally listened to for so long and had the lyrics so wrong.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, somebody just put this in. Ron put Nutshell. That's an Alice in Chains song. That is one of them that I've literally sang wrong for 2 decades, if not more. And it was just recent. I'm like, what is he saying? I was like, oh my God.
Every kid who's always heard you sing it at karaoke is always looking at you like, idiot, doesn't say that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I'm actually worried about your mental health if you're singing Nutshell at karaoke, though.
Nope. I will host karaoke. I do not sing it. I am very good at making other people sound good and very good at making myself sound horrible. So I just don't make myself sound horrible. I just make everyone.
Got to break out a little Ozzy at karaoke.
Nope.
Come on.
I will get somebody to do that, and that is how I put my hat on. As I say,
I'm there.
I'm
you
good.
just say, "Hey, Bill, we need someone to do
Exactly.
Ozzy on karaoke."
There you go.
I'm good at getting people to just like get the whole bar to sing certain songs and not even hand mics out.
Oh, there you go.
I've done that a handful of times. Like, there's a popular song. I'm like, look, man, y'all are trying to sing this song. We're all just going to do a group sing along. And I remember when bartender's like, there's an idea.
It'd be like, what's a Sweet Caroline or something like that.
Something
right?
like that, yeah.
At least you're not going and putting Chumbawamba on the CD player
That was a
repeat
great song. That was a great song. They're ahead of their time. That thing is
not
burned.
for 1,000 times.
Dude, if you were DJing then, that song is burnt into your head along with Sugar Ray, Fly. Like, oh my God, it's never coming out. So if you guys are just tuning in, it's All Things Music this evening.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hey, you guys started it. You asked about road trip music.
That's true.
We got
that was our fault.
Oh, but that's a great one because
yeah,
it goes hand in hand.
Well,
you don't got to be on a road. Like you can just what do you got in your headphones when you're flying to the race or whatever? Like that's a great one because, yeah, I mean.
Well, and everybody's got a different one. You know, I'm sure there's very few people that have the same exact. You know,
now there's like people are answering in the chat right now. If you guys are tuning in live, get on over into the chat rooms. Just go to your social media sites. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and on Twitch, and then just comment. We can see from any of those platforms. Like people are putting theirs in, and you're right. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so here's the worst thing. We used to go for long road trips in the White Ghost to go to the races, right? So sometimes we do 27 hours up to Canada, 36 hours over to Oldsmar, Florida. I mean, and that would be right after we just did to where we'd like have Black Mountain one weekend. So Black Mountain's not bad. It's 6 hours each way. So do that. You come home, wash clothes, boom, book up to Canada for a World Cup, 27 hours, and then have to come home, change clothes, wash up, do whatever, and then boom, 36 hours straight to Florida. And in the White Ghost, Led Zeppelin 4 got stuck in the CD player once.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
We had over 60 hours of Led Zeppelin 4. It just kept playing and playing and playing and playing. And I love Led Zeppelin, but 60 hours of Led Zeppelin 4 was way too freaking much Led Zeppelin.
Oh, yeah.
I got it to this real talk. I had, in my Dodge Charger, I had Led Zeppelin House of Holy stuck in the CD player. And I didn't. And the thing was, I never used it. Right, I had satellite radios. Like when I think I bought the car in 07 or right around there. So satellite was the thing, man, and you could just turn on whatever you wanted and no commercials. So I was cleaning and I found the box set and I threw it in and it wouldn't eject. So that was all I had. And I remember going down to Ohio Dreams, kind of like a Woodward camp.
Yeah.
So the satellite didn't work, and it was like right before Bluetooth came standard. You could get the FM thing and pair it that way, but I didn't have it. So like my buddy and I were like, I was like, and he's trying to eject it, and I'm like, no, dude, it's I don't know, man. I just never took it in, and we didn't listen to it for 60 hours. But it's just funny. Maybe there's something with the Led Zeppelin. Like we did listen to at least twice completely on our way there. Just good old House of Holies. Yep.
Yeah. See, so these are the stories that make BMX so fun.
Yeah. Eagle Snack Summer Tour, Run DMC and LL Cool J. That's from Ron. Just love it. So what's been going on at Supercross, man?
Man, we've just been trying to be the little engine that could. This year's been a real tough year for everybody economically. It's been a tough year for a lot of people health-wise, and we've been trying to just stay straight with the way everything goes. And, it's sad watching all these bike companies, kind of disappear, go into receivership or whatever it is. And I just want to keep pushing BMX forward and making BMX be a great pastime for everyone. So this year's been a little bit different because I had two pretty major surgeries earlier in the year. And that's where I used a lot of that downtime to actually draw out some things for what we're going to do. And we're going to have some pretty cool products that we're going to be releasing here towards the end of the year. I used the time to draw out the new 4XL Vision F1 monocoque frame that, you know, Kai and Ollie and Gage are on. And I mean, just having fun with that and playing around with bottom bracket standards, you know, what's better, a T47, a press-in, and why, and actually spending the time and doing the tests of how the alignment is for the bottom bracket, but just trying to keep BMX at its forefront and keep it fun for everybody. So a whole lot of just the same, just show up every day and bust our butt for BMX.
Yeah.
How about for you guys? I heard you're going to be doing a museum and you just did the race series. So, I mean, you guys are deep into BMX just like we are, right?
Yeah, we got our next month. We have our in conjunction with Richfield Park BMX, our second whole shot event. So we did one 2 years ago. Last year we were just so busy we didn't get a chance. But it's the first one we anticipated like 30 people to take place in it, and we had almost 80 sign up for the whole shot. We do it on a Saturday night, so it's a like real chill vibe. Our buddy Damon, who's on the show sometimes, he's out there DJing it. We do multiple microphones, so we can get we get the kids. It's, you know, it's broken up in age groups, but we try to get the kids like talking trash while they're up there, just having fun. And like, you know, we got fog machines and like we took I rated my inflatable collection, like yard inflatables, because I was just like, how do you make the vibe, you know, like a not a race vibe and fun?
So you got a Frankenstein over here
and a Christmas one,
cackling stirring a pot over here.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And like all the craziness like played out perfect. It was, you know, you had Christmas here, Halloween there, and
someone found a Michelin Man, and you got a big Stay Puft style Michelin Man standing behind the gate. It was good,
and we tried to live stream it, but the internet couldn't handle it.
Well, yeah, we loaded up. They had a Tesla, and all it was is the Starlink. What had happened is just they forgot the password change right before the race, so like we were the only ones on the network, and whatever. We learned, and I really feel like it wouldn't have mattered if it was live or not. Like we can film it, edit it, and then put it up and get just as much out of it instead of trying to stress ourselves out live.
It'd be a lot cleaner. Yeah.
And it was just a lot of fun. And so we're gonna do that again at the end of next month. Yeah,
that's rad.
That's our next thing.
Now you guys are coming out for Dirty Fest. You said you had a Dirty Fest story. So you guys are coming out this year, right?
Melissa and I actually at dinner. She was looking at cabins.
We're discussing,
and like I'm 90% ready. We awesome. we have a holiday we're doing in Florida at the end of December, so it's a pretty quick turnaround. I know it's like 6 months later, but it's still those are both big trips for us. So we're going. Her and I and the kid are going down to Florida for their Bang and Bars series in December, and then Dirty Fest.
Yeah,
guys, Dirty Fest this year is going to be so much fun.
And you want to call now if you want to get a cabin.
I was going to say, when is Dirty
Fest?
Well,
camping.
There are no cabins available, but that's something to where Miranda's going to leak something out shortly to where there is going to be one cabin that's going to be a special cabin to where it's going to be a event style cabin. And
are they sold out, or are they just not going to have them? Because
they're sold out. I mean,
they're already sold out.
By the time. Wow. Okay, I'm probably going to give away too much with this. Mike, I'm sorry if I am. Please, he's not in here right now.
I haven't seen him yet.
Mike in here?
I haven't seen him.
Because, sometimes he sneaks in. You never know where he is. So, I mean, how many times has he hijacked one of your shows?
A couple.
Jumping in?
Oh, yeah.
When I see Mike, I see the name.
I bet if you look in the Facebook chat, he's in there somewhere right now.
No, I haven't seen him yet.
I'm telling too much. Just tell him shh. But he's got so many plans to have the event be bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger that all the cabins are gone.
Dang.
Except for one. Okay. And that one cabin, he came to me and he said, "Hey, Bill, I've got this cool idea to where we want to do something really cool. Are you in? And I'm like, yeah, of course. Which bank are we robbing? Let's go. And he's
Right.
like, no, 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 no. He goes, what I want to do is, he goes, I want to do a Torker experience. And he goes, I want to figure it out with, Clint and Kathy and Doug and Eddie and, Mary Eddie. And I want to figure this out with everybody. He goes, but we should do one cabin that's like the Torker experience. And
that's
there'll
sweet.
be a custom Torker bike waiting for whoever gets that cabin. And there'll be signed Torker pictures and posters on the walls that you get to take when you leave. And that one night of Dirty Fest, everybody that we can get together from the Torker team will come over and have a barbecue out at your place for a little bit. To where he wants to really push this experience. And I was like, all right, let's figure it out. And Mike, if I've said too much already, I'm sorry, but
It's an exclusive.
Exclusive
Right
for
here.
sure. But I mean, how cool would that be, though? I mean,
It'd be a lot of fun.
Especially
if I were just a Torker fan,
right,
and all of a sudden, I mean, I'm going to get to fly and hang out in this place. I'm going to have one-of-a-kind posters, pictures signed by the actual riders. I'm going to have a custom bike that's made just for me to my specs. I'm going to get to hang out with the team. I mean, it's like rock camp, or
like
whatever they do for all that stuff, right?
Fantasy camp.
So I was like, all right, Mike, if that's what you want to do, let's do it. And he's like, yeah. He goes, let me start piecing this together and figure it out. And I'm like,
okay,
all right, let's do it. Sounds like fun to me. And I mean, eventually what I think would be rad is if each of the brands could have that, to where, SE has their cabin and Racing has their cabin. And, that way, who's your favorite band or brand? Oh, I'm a Redline guy. Okay, well, there's a Redline thing over here, or, Haro, or, whatever brand it is.
Yeah, right.
So I've agreed to be the guinea pig, and try and see if we can make this actually work or not, and use that for Dirty Fest 5 and Dirty Fest 6. And as we keep moving on with this,
Sure.
I want to keep doing Dirty Fest. I want to keep infecting more of these young kids with this BMX gene, to where they're just like, oh yeah, I want to go to Dirty Fest. Or like this weekend, they're running that Feel the Rhythm event over in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that?
Yeah, it's the Kinmans, right? They run it. And
It's Justin Keeman.
Yeah.
So we're helping sponsor that this year, because I think it's rad, because you're getting everybody together having fun. You're doing a straight, who can run this straight, who can run this rhythm the cleanest. They're having a party afterwards. They're going to be mixing mountain bikers, pump trackers, people who have never seen a bike before, professional BMXers, Olympians. I mean, come on, that's what Dirty Fest is. I mean, This year at Dirty Fest, you had, everybody's there, right? Pete Longcarovich is walking around telling stories. Morris and Neek are there. You've got little 8-year-old novices and intermediates. You had Jeremy McGrath there. You had Eric Carter there. I mean, Stu Thompson. I mean, the list, Clint Miller. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on and on and on.
Sure.
But, those little 8-year-old kids who are like, oh, this is cool. Oh, okay. I'll get this autograph. Oh, Dad, this guy gave me a sticker, and this guy did this, and his bike's cool. I want a bike like that, and that was fun, Dad. I want to ride that track more.
Yeah.
That's what we need more of. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm up on a soapbox.
No,
You're fine.
No, it's fine. It's totally fine. Yeah. Yeah. And what kind of a side thing? So are stickers a big thing at Dirty Fest like they used to be back in the day?
Oh, very much so.
Okay.
Very much so.
Yeah.
I think every single pit there shows up with thousands of stickers, and it's so funny.
Cool.
When you go to Dirty Fest, you see people that you haven't seen in 30 years, 40 years, whatever the time frame.
Right.
And you also see people who are like yeah, I grew up reading the magazines, but I never had a bike, and now I do, and this is so cool. And everybody here in the magazine, I had a gentleman stop by here 3 weeks ago, and he stood here in the lobby with me talking, and he was like, Bill, he goes, this was my first year going to Dirty Fest. I had someone come with me. We both grew up reading BMX magazines, but never had bikes of our own. And we went down there, and everybody that we met was exactly the way that we thought they would be based upon their personality in the magazine. And they're like, it was like walking into a TV show. It was like walking into a different version of life. It was like walking into the metaverse or something, to where he goes, for 3 days, we were little kids again, and we were having fun, and we bought some bikes there and we rode the track. We didn't sign up to race, but when they had open practice, we went out there and practiced. And now what they were doing, a month and a half later, is that these guys are touring around America trying to visit old bike shops. And
Wow.
trying to just see, hey, who's got a cool bike shop in what town? And they're just reliving a lot of their history and a lot of their friendship from 40 years ago because of Dirty Fest.
That's awesome.
I mean,
That is so cool.
People tour baseball stadiums. I don't think it's any different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
You have it
you
with
think
people
like
who have baseball. You have it with football. You have it with NASCAR.
Yeah,
you have it with F1. You have it with Supercross, the motorcycle, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You get people that they're fans, their lifestyle, I mean, hey, do you guys watch F1? I like watching F1 every once in a while. That movie was pretty bad, right? That was pretty
I didn't
good.
see the movie, but yeah.
Melissa said it was great.
I've
Melissa went and saw
it was really good. But am I ever going to afford an F1 car? Am I ever going to drive on an F1 track? No,
probably
it's not going to ever happen. But I can be a fan of the sport and want to spectate it.
Yeah.
And that's where you guys doing these flat pedal races, with doing the whole shot challenge, with the Feel the Rhythm event, with Dirty Fest, you're getting people who are like, yeah, I want to do that. And we need to take that further to get the kids feeling it, to where when the kids come out, and that's what I was talking to Mike about, is that one of the requirements we should have is that every vendor has something for the kids, not just for the adults, but for the kids, so that they have a good memory about it and remember it. I mean, I remember taking my son Tucker to go watch some NASCAR stuff, right? He didn't care about NASCAR. I didn't care about NASCAR, but he had fun. He won it as a prize for some math contest when he was in second grade. And it was to go down to the Fontana Speedway to go watch NASCAR. So he's 7. I've never watched NASCAR. He's never watched NASCAR, right? But we go down there. He didn't want to sit in the seats and watch the cars because they were too loud. I didn't think to bring headphones. But they had that whole pit and that whole experience. And he ended up walking away with little replica cars, little pennants, little stickers. And for years, he'd play on the floor with these little NASCARs that he had, and sometimes a race would come on. Dad, can we watch that? You want to watch NASCAR? He's like, well, this guy's racing. Oh, okay, cool,
But the X Games does the same thing. They're just as good with it. Like, you go to an X Games, and the actual competition parts are almost the side attractions to the fan experience that's outside of the. Now it's morphed since COVID, but they're getting back to going into the arenas, and you go to that, and like outside the arena is exactly what you're saying. Like, all the vendors are out there, all the sponsors are out there giving things away, tchotchke things, member things to take. And, they'd set up like pump tracks. They set up a little dirt course, and you had to sign one waiver, and the kids could ride them all day, swap out bikes, do all these things. And it was almost, like I said, like you're saying, like the race was here and X Games was here, but all this stuff here was what they were building their fanship on.
Yeah. And that's what BMX needs more of. And not to sound bad, and I'm not trying to diss on them at all, because USA BMX, they're doing their damnedest to try and keep things together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shane and I have had many emails after all the USA cycling stuff going on, and he's not very happy with the way that that all went and
Mm-hmm.
how it affects
Sure.
the sport of BMX as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say anything bad about what they're doing,
Right.
but they're offering something different. They're offering it to where once these kids are hooked, once these kids are having fun and they actually want to go race and they actually want to go and compete, well, then awesome. They've got a place to go and do that. And they can hold the points and they can have the rankings and all that. But the base reason why all of us, everybody watching, you guys, you never got into this sport to go race. You got into the sport because you were having fun riding your bike.
Yeah.
And then once you were having fun riding your bike, you found out that there's a track you could go ride. And I guarantee you the first time you rode that track, you weren't going, oh, I'm going to get a number 1 plate. I'm going to get sponsored. I'm going to get this. No, you're like, this is rad. This is some freedom.
I bet the majority that you're talking about, I bet they didn't even their first few times at the track, there was no race. Because like for us, you could just, there's so many tracks that you should just go ride at, right? There's a lot of NBL tracks around us, but like even without them, there's many times we just flipped the fence at Waterford Oaks and rode. But like you just went and rode, and then you heard this thing called racing. You're like, what? And then then it was like another damn junkie feeding you some stuff, dude. And then you're getting even more hooked.
Show up on Saturday morning. You'll be really surprised what goes on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the experience that every kid needs and everybody needs to have. And we've got so much competition between soccer and football and baseball and track and swimming and CrossFit and you know jiu-jitsu and karate and you name the sport. I mean, there's another sport, flying drones, playing with RC cars, you know, going drifting, building an actual drift car. I mean, I know kids that are 12 years old that are already building their car because they've been out doing kart stuff and they're doing things, you know. So we need to show the people why BMX is so fun and why we love it so much, and take our infection of BMX, and not to sound bad, you know, like COVID time or whatever, but spread that and infect these kids to where they're like, BMX is rad. This is what I want to do. I want to get on my bike when it's time to get up in the morning, and then I'll get off when it's time to go to school. And when I come home, I want to ride my bike until it's time to come home. And then I want, and this is going to date myself, but because I was going to say, I want a BMX magazine to flip through about places I couldn't go to. Now, luckily, these kids can go on Instagram. They can go on TikTok. They can go on YouTube. They can go wherever, and they can see so much more. They don't really understand how good that they have it, but that's where I want that infection to where they're just like, all I can think about is BMX and BMX. And whether it be the pump track, whether it be the trails, whether it be the race track, whether it be, you know, a flat pedal open that they're going to do because they heard it was fun, but they've never raced before, or they're going to show up at Dirty Fest and they're going to go, oh my God, it's this huge downhill track that is the tamest downhill track you're ever going to ride, because Mike wants to make sure everybody can go to work on Monday.
Right.
But I want that kid to feel infected. And I've spoke about this before. It's where people are like, wow, current BMX sucks. And I'm like, no, current BMX is rad.
No.
It's just a different version. It's not what we knew. But the kids today who are racing, who are 10 years old, 11 years old, 12-year-old, they're loving it. You know, they're doing, as I said once before, they're doing dog pissers. They're doing Hannahs. They're doing, you know, no footers. They're doing whatever. I mean, they're having fun. They're riding bikes.
Right.
And
so
that's what we need.
Like we've said before, we cover 4 decades.
Pretty much.
And, you know, right now is probably, for racing, one of the best times. I remember when the last time Harry was on, he said that, and holy cow, you'd have thought he farted in church. But he had a point, and he backed it up. He was like, he had it, and I'm like, man, he's right. Like there are, and there's always stuff missing. There was things missing back in the 80s and the 70s and 90s, like the mid-school times when it was, it looked like there was all this, there was a lot of money in it with Huffy and 1-800-COLLECT and all this, but there were still things that people argued about. And it's always there, but like right now it's not a bad time to be racing. It's not.
No, like you said a minute ago, that infection, what everything you said, you wake up in the morning, shoot, that was me in junior high school. I had study hall in junior high school. I didn't do my homework.
You stare at
I had BMX Action magazine slid inside my Trapper Keeper or whatever it was.
Did you keep?
Exactly.
Did you keep a shopping list, like from the bike shops that were in there?
Yeah, because you could. There was actually a page in there, and you could go and put little check marks next to. Oh, I need that Patterson frame. I need. I don't know.
It was like
Shimano
your dream list,
DX
wasn't
pedals. I need Redline Flight cranks. Yeah. You could just go.
We need a CD club of the month. To where you get a random bike part showing up every month that you're like, yeah, I needed that.
Right.
But then it would be like the CD club of the month, and you get something you're gonna go, really? I gotta pay for this garbage, and
Right.
I did that with a knife thing. It was a knife of the month.
Oh, it's Columbia House Records.
No, I know what he's talking about. I'm saying I did it because they have those, the box, the monthly subscriptions.
Right.
And I did one with a knife, and I was like, I got like one cool knife out of 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny you bring that up though, because I have thought about that. Like, I wonder how nobody's jumped on that in BMX yet, or just cycling. They might be doing it like in the road biking stuff though, because it's a good way to like get your product out and like people. Like they get it. Like you're gonna use it or you're not.
Yeah.
Got a lot of people. You got a lot of people saying hi.
Oh, it was a nightmare.
You got a lot of people jumping in the chat saying hi. Bill Sharp, Nick Valencia is in there. Chris is in there. Hollywood did show up, so we won't say anything that what we gave away talking about Dirty Fest before he got in here.
He knows Dirty Fest 4 is gonna be the best time ever.
Your guys' little video you did with the camping and the phone number.
That was awesome.
I literally laughed for probably,
That was great.
I'm not exaggerating, probably 10 minutes after that video was done. Just like it would pop up like you looking off screen for the number and Mike. Just the two of you guys had me in stitches. 'Cause I think I shared it in our chat. I'm like, I'm dying. Like this is great. This is great.
It was awesome.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen the little YouTube
go to
clip,
Supercross YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. I mean, Mike and I gotta say it was a very strange day for both of us, and luckily we've known each other for, as Mike likes to say, forever. I can't do it as good as he does. But I was like, Mike, we got to do this, and we're gonna do it in one take. And Tucker, my son, was sitting there filming, and he's like, all right, guys, go. And I'm like, what are we going to do? And he's like, I don't know. I got to remember the number. I'm like, should we put it like a teleprompter or something? He's like, no, I think I can see this. And I'm like, I can't see this. And we were just starting to talk, and Tucker's like, I'm recording. And we're like, all right, let's go. We're going to Dirty Fest 4, June 5th, 6th, 7th. You need to be there. The best fun festival you're ever going to have. And then we said something else, and I said, okay, you need a water? You've got to get going on this trip. I've got to get going on this trip. See you guys. We're out. And it was that quick and done.
That's sweet.
It was great.
That's the best.
You could see
one and done.
You could see Mike like, what the? And then he just bought in and rolled with it. It was, it was so good.
He's like, we're going here. Okay, let's go.
I want to say hi to our friends from Australia joining us. Hi, Matt, and we got Stuart Kelly also from Australia joining us this evening.
We got two people from Australia.
All right. We got Aussies in the house.
So speaking of YouTube, like question we have for you, and this was did you find this one or is this yours?
What's it?
The one on how do you find the content?
No, that was mine.
Like, yeah, Chris found this one, like, or came up with it. Sorry, is Jesus, take this one away.
Hey, Bill, how do you come up with the content for your YouTube channel?
Tell him, Chris.
how do we come up for content for our YouTube channel?
Yeah, how do you come up with the content? You know, are you going like, hey, we're going to talk about chain tensioners, we're going to talk about pedals, we're going to talk about headsets.
I'll get enough calls from people calling in asking for something that
idea.
I'll say, hey guys, we need to talk about this. We need to educate this. I've had 50 people call in this week that do not know how to operate a seat post clamp.
I'm
They
sorry,
don't
that was
understand
me.
that on a quick release seat post clamp, the reason that there's an Allen bolt is so that you can get it to where it's fairly tight, close it, you're locked, you're good, you're ready to go. And it's funny, Kylie Martin, when she used to work here, she would laugh when the phone would ring. She'd go, seat post clamp. And I'm like, nah, it won't be another seat post clamp. Sure as shit, it would be another seat post clamp.
Really?
You know? And it was just funny to where people are like, well, I bought the chain tensioners and I don't know how to put them on. And it's like, if you can't put on chain tensioners, I hate to tell you this, you need to go to your local bike shop. And they're like, well, no, you know, I've built bikes before and I can do this and I really need to make this happen. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you have. And I'm not going to criticize you. I'm not saying anything against you. But I am telling you, if you do not know how to put on a chain tensioner, you need to go to your bike shop. If you don't know how to put a wheel on your car, are you going to try and put it on and then go and try and drive it down the freeway at 85 miles an hour? I'm not going to. I'm going to damn sure know that I know how to put that wheel on and that it's torqued properly and it's done in a star pattern and that we're good to go.
Yeah.
I'm not about to take my back wheel off and try and put a tensioner on and think that it might work if I can't figure that out. I'll go have a professional do that one for me.
For sure.
And it's the videos are appreciated because with, and you know this, like with the return, like, you know, the families coming back into the sport that are in their late 30s, 40s, so much has changed. So, you know,
so much.
Like, I couldn't imagine. Can you imagine like coming back right now and you've been gone for 20 years and now you're looking at bikes with disc brakes?
I had that when I came back, like in 08, you know, and then the first new bike I got would have been 2011 when I got a Supercross. And the way that thing went together was so different than from the 80s.
Oh, you probably had the
headset, the
stems, everything's all
everything
different,
just boom, boom. Yeah, you know, you didn't have to press the bearing cups in with a vise, and
you used a vise for that?
Or a hammer and a piece of wood.
Shit, I just used the hammer. I was too poor for wood.
Yeah. I learned the piece of wood after I smashed the cup with just the hammer, and I'm like, oh, now I got to go buy another headset for another $12.95.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But no, it's just the world of difference. And then even now again, once I got the new one last year, it's you just need an Allen wrench set to put these things together anymore.
Yeah, but then now you're into the you get more carbon fiber out there, and like you don't just quarter past snug.
No.
There's a reference for you, isn't it?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Quarter past snug, you're good to go.
Oh yeah. No, you have torque wrenches, and everything's got to be torqued just right. Especially with the carbon stuff.
That's where mountain bikes have done that. Road bikes have done that, and you know, things have changed. I mean, when we used to have our first BMX bikes, yeah, sure, it was a 15-inch wrench or a 15-millimeter wrench, a half-inch wrench, a 9/16, and you know, you just crank it. You know, there were no chain tensioners, and the frames weren't aligned, so that wheel was going to cock on you no matter what. To where you've got it in straight, you tighten it, and burp, it pops. You know, and you're like, oh, damn it, you know. And you do the string test, and you're like, well, my frame's only off a half an inch. I should be able to ride this still. I just got to adjust the wheel this way. You don't have that nowadays.
No,
I did.
No,
it's string test is. That right there will tell you if they can weld. You can't lie with that, dude. You wrap that string around a frame, man. You're like, oh, that was made on a Friday.
Yeah, it was a Friday.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That bitch is making an abrupt right turn all the time.
Well, I don't know if I've told you this story before, but we had a welder back in the 2000s here in Simi Valley, and he ruined 400 frames in one day.
Oh my goodness.
Because the way we used to put the H bar onto the frame for the cantilever mounts after the frame would be welded, would drop the cantilever mounts directly into place, and he'd weld them on. He did 400 frames one day, just busting ass, just going like crazy. We took them, sent them out, had them heat treated, 2-step process, had them aligned, brought them back, CNC'd the bottom brackets, because we used to CNC them to make sure that they're dead straight with each other. Took the frame then, sent it out to powder coat, came back, got stickered, got bagged, got boxed, got shipped. First person calls, says, hey, my brakes won't fit. And it's like, what do you mean your brakes won't fit? We've got an H-bar that goes on there. And I went out and asked the guy, I'm like, hey, what'd you do? And he's like, oh, the normal one. And I'm like, all right. I said, go grab me one of those frames. And he used the 1 3/8, the 451 mount on a 406 wheel. So all the brake mounts were 1 inch too far forward. And we ended up having to destroy 400 frames.
Oh, my God.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Jeez. Got some questions popping up here in the chat. I'll pass them over here.
Yeah, fire away.
From Hollywood, he wants to know why do you think everyone loves you?
No, trust me, that's a lie. That is a lie. You should see some of my emails and hear some of my phone calls.
I don't believe it.
I find that hard to believe.
Mike Miller wanted to let you know he has your exhaust.
Love you.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay.
I got to slide back up here. Let's see. I know there was one here. Just give me 1 second. Opinion. It's a good one. What's your opinion? You still with us, Bill?
Yeah, I'm with you.
What's your opinion on the new Huffy frame? Manny says he wishes they made a cruiser non-disc, but he's just curious on your opinion on the Huffy the Huffy frame.
No, I'm actually stoked that Huffy's trying to jump back into the market. Looks interesting. I haven't actually got to play with one in person yet, but it looks like they're really trying to do a good job and really trying to push things forward. I mean, they've got an amazing team with Nick running the show. I mean, that helps a lot. Carly Kane is awesome. Then you got Popovich. I mean, they're building a team Huffy of what used to be when it was, Stu and Gary and Mikey. I mean, they're paying some homage to what has come before. And I think that they're really trying to do that on the product. I don't think Nick is going to let them sleep on the product. And if they are available to get BMX to the masses, that'll be an amazing thing. I really think that would be one of the best things we could do, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the Redline website's gone. And if you type in Redline BMX, it's going to take you to Diamondback, and they've got a few big BMX bikes left, and that's it. And they used to be what helped feed our market by having kids start on a Redline, or you could start on a Free Agent, or you could start on a Haro, or you could start on a GT, and you can't get those bikes anymore.
That's a good point.
No.
So
those are
that poses a problem for our industry, because I know my bikes, the way I try and do it, and there's other companies such the same way, like a Daylight or an S-Squared or a Redman or something like that. It's not your first bike. It may not be your second bike. Will probably be your third, and will probably be your last. To where when you're ready to get on something good, that's what you advance to. And I don't have deep enough pockets to finance a warehouse full of, $100,000, $350 bikes and hope that I can get them pushed out to the dealers, and that the dealers are going to get them pushed out to the kids and make, a 12% margin while the bank's taking, 14.4% on the interest, to where every one we lose, money on. I'm not in a place to be able to do that, and I know that. And that's where the other companies used to really have a good spot. And it was great when you could get a Haro for $399 and get on the track and get riding. The other day I had some people come in and they wanted to build a Supercross, but they had a certain budget they could only do. And luckily, Vince over at Free Agent helped me out, and we bought some of the remaining free agents that he wanted to get gone because he's been sitting on them too long. We stripped the frames down, put them all the parts on the Supercross. The kid was stoked, and again, not trying to sound bad, but I mean, going from frame to frame, we ended up shortening up the back end, a link and a half. We ended up shaving 2 pounds off of the complete bike weight. And the only thing we did was change the frame.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, those bikes, those affordable bikes had a place, and they need to be somewhere in there. And right now we're really left down to the mongooses, really, when you can find them. I heard DK is going to try and come out with some again. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. The sport as a whole needs that. It needs that barrier entry. It's got to be right there at that 350, 400, so you can get in and find out if you like the sport or not, and not have a couple grand tied up in it, and other sports do. When you get people asking you, Chris, what's a good starter bike? Right now is not a great time to be asked that question.
No. And I know Huffy claims that they have that great starter.
I'm excited for that.
We tried to do that with Bubba. I mean, we talked about it years ago. I had a plan that we were going to do an entry-level BMX frame to where it was going to be, a 3-tube chromoly. The rear end was going to be high-10 steel. We were going to set it up to where it was going to be the great upgrade bike, and Bubba really wanted to push it and get behind it. And we were going to try and make this bike be, $199, towards under $200, but it was going to have good race geometry, but just built out of a lower quality product where it would be a little bit heavier, and it might not have all the bells and whistles. It might flex a little bit more. It might not last as long, but hey, you've got a starter to where you can get on the track and you can do 4 or 5 races and go, yeah, Mom, yeah, Dad, I love this sport. I want to keep doing this. Let's see what we can do about upgrading it. And all the samples I got in were either absolute garbage, or if we got a really, really nice one, the price would be way too high, or they'd say, oh, the volume is 150,000 pieces. And it's like, oh, great, 150,000 pieces at a bike that's going to cost me $140. Yeah, I don't have the cash to do that. I don't have the bank loans to do that. I don't have the credit lines to do it. I don't have the space in the building to do something crazy like that. As much as I want to, and as much as I think it would be great for the sport, you take someone like Haro, who's got a 40,000 square foot warehouse and, lots of employees, to be able to put out a low end bike, or more like Redline, when Redline had that huge building in Kent and, 300 employees, and, they were making it go. And I would love to see Huffy try and jump in and fill some of those shoes while they promote the sport of BMX and actually try and build a good product that is affordable for the masses.
Right.
I'll give them this. They've done a good job promoting, like with Huck, that he's all over.
He's everywhere, that kid.
His bikes, I saw his bike down at Ray's over the winter. And that's like a complete bike they're putting out. His dad was telling me what the price point and everything's going to be, and that's right where they want to be.
Yeah.
No, that would be that. Well, like you said, you need that entry level like that. And didn't you make a complete bike at one time?
We did, and that's right when the CPSIA law came into effect. Congressman Bobby Rush signed the bill when George Bush was still president, and then when Obama became president, he decided to try and enforce it. And it became a situation to where every single thing you manufactured had to be tested and sourced by or tested and verified by an independent source that was a government lab. and you had to batch number everything, keep records on where you bought the material, where you bought the anodizing, who did the machining, regardless of origin, whether it was a US built product, a Taiwan built product, a Japanese built, German built, China built, Thailand built, wherever. It all had to be tested every single time you manufactured, to where it wasn't to where you just test it once, get the certification, and then say, okay, we're good. You had to test it every single time that you produce that product. And myself, I was doing small runs of bikes. I'd do 300 bikes, and I'd have them in 3 colors, 100 blue ones, 100 white ones, 100 pink ones. Well, guess what? Each size bike and each color bike needs to get that independent testing. And it was like, well, I'm out. Sure. And that's when you saw a lot of bike companies go to single color, single model. All of a sudden, they didn't have as many sizes in the bike line. They kind of cut it down, and now your color choice is blue. This is the color you get this year. Take it or leave it, because this is the color that we're going to test. We're going to make one big batch of it, and we're going to try and make that cost go a lot further along, where a small manufacturer like myself, I need to stay compliant for our insurance. I need to stay compliant for, the legalities of everything. And I wasn't willing to take the risk. I mean, if you look up that old CPSIA law that got put on hold, the first offense was $100,000 per item sold that didn't have the test number. Yeah. The second offense was like $500,000 per item that you sold that the offense was on, and the third offense was a mandatory 20 years in prison. Jesus.
Wow.
Malcolm Smith thought the law was such BS that he actually staged it at his shop down in Riverside, and he sold a mini bike to a kid who was under 12 years old and got arrested on the spot and turned it into a news story, to where they tried to make it that anything you touched, anything that a child under 12 or 12 and under could actually touch and then get to their eye or get to their nose or get to their mouth, had to be tested and certified for the amount of lead and the amount of phthalates.
Holy cow. Yeah, because that's right, because it was toys was kind of the classification.
Bikes fell under it because the BMX is juvenile bikes.
Yes.
And fell under that.
It started with a Thomas the Tank Engine. Someone to brighten up the paint added a little bit of extra lead in, and God bless them. I'm sorry that it happened to that family, but they gave it to a 1 or 1.5-year-old child, even though it says on the packaging ages 3 and up. And that child chewed all the paint off and ingested enough lead to get lead poisoning. And from what I believe I was told, passed away. And that's what started the whole big, oh my God, we've got to do this. And supposedly it saved 1/10 of a cent by adding that little bit of extra lead in to make the paint a little bit brighter, or saved 1/10 of a cent. Rather than doing it in a natural way. And I mean, again, you'd have to fact check me. Sure. I have no idea if this is true or not.
Hold on.
But I got told that the guy that produced that toy killed himself in embarrassment, and it turned into a huge thing. And I mean, it got bad for a long time. And at that point, it was just like, okay, complete bikes are 30% of my income, and I'm cutting it off because I'm not going to play into that rule and have my bikes all of a sudden become an extra $200 a piece, $250 a piece, just for the government certification when we've already passed it. We already know. But we had to do it for stems, for handlebars, for seat post clamps, and it got crazy. And then they put that stay in place, and once that stay got put in place, it's like everybody just kind of forgot about the law and moved on.
A couple questions for you here. Besides Terrell Henry, Nick Valencia, Bubba Harris, who's your favorite former BMX pro track operator?
Ooh.
I bet you can guess who asked that question.
Well, Ray to the Chill probably asked the question. Chris may have asked the question. I know Tammy at Bellflower probably asked the question. Mike Miranda definitely asked the question.
Right.
He's got an amazing track out in Prescott.
Yeah.
The list just goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
So many great track operators out there.
Well, he did have the caveat of former BMX pro in there.
Oh, okay. So Mike did ask the question.
Yeah.
You know how he is.
Yeah.
I love that guy. I mean, what he's trying to infect into his region and what he has infected, what I've seen from the riders, the way that they appreciate how hard Hollywood puts into his track. And same thing with Bubba. I mean, if we can really start to get the track operators to really be enthused and be excited about it in the manner that those guys are, we'd have an abundance of BMXers. I mean, I always say that, my goal is to grow the pie of BMX so that there's so much in the pie that there's leftovers for everybody, that we get to keep bringing more and more people in, because there's too much to go around, too much fun to go around, too much enjoyment of life to go around. I think that has to be something that needs to be done. And I can tell you there's a couple of them who have that already on point.
Yeah. Well,
go ahead.
Speaking of track operators, I believe you have your hand in a BMX track as well, don't you?
Yeah, we took over the Apple Valley BMX track in 2007. The city was going to shut it down. The sanction was going to shut it down. And I said, hey, I don't have time to run the track, but the city wouldn't give it to a person any longer. So we have had the gracious luck of having some great track operators out there for us. They usually last, 4 or 5 years before we start to get a handover onto the next person. But we've had some amazing, amazing people helping me keep the city happy with the fact that we have a BMX track.
Great.
We have just started doing some stasis races on it as well to try and get some of those kids excited about BMX. We have our own private little strider track. So the kids come out on the striders, and within 2 or 3 races on the strider, they want to do the big hill. And now we're starting to see that with the Stasic kids as well, to where they get to come out and do 2 laps, on a Sunday or whatever it is, and they want to know when they can ride their bike on the BMX track. So anything we can do to keep it crossed over and infected. And it was sad. The first time we did the Stasic race, we had 3 people show up to do it. And I told Kevin Suitman is the one who runs it for us now. I said, hey, run it. We'll lose money on the turf. We'll lose money on the prizes. We'll lose money on the electricity. We'll lose money on everything. But for those 3 kids who showed up, 2 of them with their helmet on in the car, ready to ride, ready to race, it means everything to them.
Yeah.
And let's show them a good time. Let's make sure they have the best time possible, and let's get them back out at the track the next time.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been 18 years that we've had the track.
That's great.
So did they tell, you were saying how the city said it can't go to a person, so they let you as the business take it over, and then you just have people that run it? Okay.
So that way, because what had happened in the past is they said that they never got paid their water bill, never got paid their trash bill, never got paid their electric bill. The TORF money wasn't going into USA BMX, and they definitely weren't paying their rent. And after 6 months of trying to work with them, they just went out and locked the gate and said, you guys are done. And it's in the middle of a city park. So it was a pretty big issue. Our local park has the BMX track. It's got a little playground for the kids, and it has a horse arena for our horse people. And the plan at the city at that point was to tear down the BMX track that's been there since 1974, I believe.
Wow.
They were going to tear it down and put in another horse arena because they said that the horse arena people give them less gruff. The horse people arena don't complain. They use less water. They use less electricity. And they just didn't want to deal with the possibility of not getting paid any longer. So we as a company put our name onto the lease. And like I said, I've had amazing people. The Hammonds did a great job for 8 years running that. We just had so many great people out there, and the Suitmans have taken it over now, and it's great. I'm glad to see the kids be able to have a place to ride, because for the 100 or so kids, to them, that is their world. Just like the 800 soccer kids. They love soccer to death. It's their path. The 1,200 football kids, that's their path. Well, we've got 100 BMXers, and they love BMX with their whole heart. And I want to make sure that track's always open for them to be able to ride.
I got a couple things. We got to do our trivia. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna do the trivia question. Don't you can't
don't
answer.
Guess.
Yeah, you can't answer.
I can't answer.
We'll tell you when you can.
So I just bite my tongue for a little while.
Yes.
Right.
And then, but after you ask the question, I have like a question I had actually had when we came on, or before you, when Chris said you were going to be on the show. This one's been like bumbling around for a while, and I really want to get your opinion, your thoughts on that question. But first,
Awesome.
we're going to do our trivia question, and it's brought to you by our good friends over at Krupp and Carter. Straight out of Florida, they bring you the drip. You got to get your get your swag, get your drip. Check out Krupp and Carter right out of there. They had a bunch of new reels up, posts up today with some of their new apparel. So make sure you guys get over and check out our friends Krupp and Carter, who take care of the trivia segment. All right.
So here we go. With our trivia question, we have a prize pack that we're going to send out to the winner, which includes
first off, prize packs that we've done, the past ones, are going to be going out here in the next week or so, just so they know.
Oh, yes. If you haven't received yours yet, they're going to be going out.
We got like 6 of them we got to ship out, so they'll be going out with this one.
Yeah, cool.
Sorry.
So,
didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. All right, so we have a T-shirt from
Krupp and Carter.
Why am I doing that wrong?
You're up there.
Krupp and Carter.
Yep.
We got that. We have our massive sticker bag here with all kinds of, Gate 9, just about anybody you can name in here. I think we might even have a Supercross one hiding in there somewhere.
I know there is.
Danger Snacks. We got all that in there. We have your microfiber. We got a lot of Motor City Harley Davidson.
Hey, man, Nick hooks it up.
Yes, he does. Microfiber towel, so you can clean your bike or your glasses, whatever you need with that. Goggles. Air pressure gauge. Got to have one of those. What do we got here? Some profile stickers. Got more stickers there. Oh, we got all kinds of stickers. We got some. The cult stuff showed up. We got, what else is in here? Oh, we got a multi sticker here.
Dye job.
Hey, it's got
only flats.
Only flats. Now that's going to be a hard one to come by, people, right there. So that's a cool one. Then to put that all together, we have a Motor City, Harley Davidson backpack. Oh, chip clip, can koozie,
and your stunner shades.
Motor City. Those,
which you've seen these shades featured on other podcast live shows, like the Beer Budget Show.
There we go.
Oh.
Yeah. Do I look like Rick?
No.
I didn't think so. So I'm talking about son. All right. So here's the question. What CD did Bill listen to for 60 hours driving in his white truck? Because it got stuck in the CD player.
That's a good one.
That is our question.
So, question again. What was the CD that was stuck in the Supercross truck that Bill mentioned earlier in the show? Question I had for you while we're waiting for, so are we going to just take the band, or do we need...
You need the band and the name.
Okay.
Of this. It'd be too easy. We
know,
gotta...
Just to clarify.
They're just scrolling right now. Rewind.
So my question for you, because I know this one, we talk about all like F1, which came up tonight, soccer, football. When we look at BMX from afar, those all have one thing that we don't have. That's fans. We have fans, but all the fans participate. So my question is, in your time in BMX, what is it that we miss, and how do we get fans of BMX?
Ooh, okay. That's a real loaded question, and I'm sorry if I get too much up onto my soapbox, but that's something that I've said for decades, is that it's hard for us to get fans because there's not proper magazines and sanctions in place to try and really promote the upper echelon. Again, USA BMX does a great job, but they're doing all these nationals across the country. They're trying to run them as quickly as they possibly can to get the riders in, get the riders out. Because I've heard the parents complain, "Oh, I'm here too long. Oh, I'm here too long." I've spoken with local television stations and talked about, hey, how do we go about doing a TV show? Oh, well, when are the pros? When is this race? So I've pitched way back when. Mike Redman, rest in peace, used to pitch to them way back when, that we do a Saturday night spectacular. And we do that like at the Grands, but we do that 10 times throughout the year. We get a big national sponsor. We get it put onto whatever the best TV channel, Peacock, whatever it is, that's available free. Not a paid service like what's the one that they're doing it on now? Flow? Or
Flow. Yep. Flow TV.
Nothing against Flow TV. Nothing against Flow TV. But right now, BMX is in its infancy. Flow TV should be charging people to watch it later on. Let's get our fans first. Let's get the kid who used to be the one that could walk through the supermarket on a Saturday morning with their mom and would gravitate over to the magazine section, find the BMX magazine and flip through it. Well, there isn't the BMX magazine anymore. It's the YouTubes, it's the Instagrams, and we need to make sure that they can find out about BMX that way. And that's where I love doing a show like yours. I love doing a show like Brent Moore's. I love doing it with Cruising in the 808. I love doing it with Big Bike BMX. And I'm not doing it because I like myself and I don't like to hear myself talk. I like doing it because you guys are excited about BMX and you guys want BMX to be accessible. The reason that we push so hard on our YouTube channel and on our Instagram channel isn't necessarily to sell bikes. It's not to sell my product. It's to get YouTube to be excited about the algorithm for BMX, for BMX racing. I want people to see it. I want people to get exposed to it. I want people to enjoy BMX and turn it into their lifestyle. There's the surfer lifestyle. There's the soccer lifestyle. There's the jock lifestyle. There's the hip hop lifestyle. There's the, goth lifestyle. Where's the BMX lifestyle? There's a motocross lifestyle. There's an F1 lifestyle. Why can't we have a BMX lifestyle? We need these kids to have something positive, to have a proper role model. I love watching what Barry Nobles is doing with his channel, where he's got the e-bikes and he's rebuilding the track or he's redoing the trailer or whatever. He's funny. He's amusing. It's something fun for people to watch. We need people to be excited about BMX. And I think that our hardest failure so far has been that we haven't created the fans, because we take everybody who is a fan and turns them into being a rider.
It's good.
And it's the few who used to pick up the magazines, and they're out there now watching on YouTube, or they're watching on Instagram, and they're going to be like those gentlemen who came in here the other day and said,
Right.
I wanted to race. I used to think it was really cool. And now there's an event like Dirty Fest, and I get to show up and I get to meet these people. And at Dirty Fest, they don't have to race. We're not asking you to show up and race. We're asking you to show up and be a part of the fun festival. We're asking you to where, hey, if you want to ride, there's a badass track right there. You want to buy some parts? There's a great swap meet over here. You want to see some really cool bikes? There's a beautiful museum over here. You want to see the latest and greatest in BMX? Come look at all of our wonderful vendors. Come look and see what all these people have brought out here to show you. And oh, you want to see some racing? Guess what? It's going on the track now.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
Sweet.
I think that that's something that's special. You know, you've got the fans that are there amongst the greats. You've got Mara Stromberg's leaning up to the, guy who's dreamed about BMX his entire life while they're waiting in line to grab one of the BMX beers or to grab one of the burritos. Clint Miller said those burritos were amazing. He think he had 3 or 4 of them one day, and those things were huge. I will say they made me the best black bean quesadilla. Oh, but so in this line, standing there for food while they're getting ready to go watch some racing, after they've seen some new parts, you've got Eddie Fiola, the king of the skate parks. You've got Martin Aparicio. You've got Morris Strombergs. You've got Stu Thompson. You've got Nick Keeman. And you have little Johnny from down the street. Mm-hmm. And he thinks it's rad because he's seen these guys on YouTube. And he's seen these guys on Instagram from down. Mm-hmm. Rad. These guys on YouTube. And he likes BMX. He likes to ride his bike. And this is a place where he feels special. They're his people.
Right.
So doing more events like that and getting more people who become the fans, who like watching it, who may not feel like they're at that pro level, but they'd like to go to their local pump track. They like to go hang out. I mean, every person I see at an LA Galaxy game, I know they like to kick the ball around in the field. They know they're not pro. They're not going to go and be part of AYSO or part of a league, but they love playing and they love going to watch and love going to cheer on their team and cheer on their favorites. And that's what we've been trying to do with our team, is make sure we've got some favorites. And I mean, I don't know if they're your favorites or not, but I mean, Kai White, the way that kid rides, so sick. Oliver Moran, oh my God. That guy rides mountain bikes. He rides freestyle. He rides BMX. He's helping us do the videos. Vicente Garcia, oh my God, little Pinto. Man, he lives in an economically challenged part of the world in Brazil. They don't have a ton of BMX tracks. He's gone and built his own, and he brings out a generator to power it up so he can have his own Supercross hill, his first straight. He borrowed some land next to a car dealer to build a little circular little pump track. I mean, the energy that goes into these people. I mean, Lexus Colby, I mean, she goes out to the tracks just like how Kai does, and she'll teach clinics, and she'll be out there for hours. I got a thing from UCI thanking me because at the Worlds this year, Kai stayed for 2 hours after racing was over to sign autographs for the kids, to make sure that every kid who got an autograph or a picture got an autograph or a picture. And to me, those are the heroes, right?
Right.
Those are the people that those young kids are going to grow up and want to be. And they're going to race their BMX bikes because Kai raced his BMX bike, Ollie raced his, and, the girls, Lexus, Sequoia, I love the fact that there's girls in the sport as well. It's not just male infested. It's child infested. I want all these kids from the ages of 5 to 95. That's a 90-year run. And come and go as you like. Start for a couple years, take off a couple years. You decide to come back, welcome back. You know, you want to watch it? Let's get these sanctions to get together. And I used to think when it was just free on YouTube, it was awesome because kids could stumble across it, right? They could find it. It could be there. The problem is it's an all-day event. Take that, cut it down into a quick little 20-minute show. It's amazing.
So,
right?
Just kind of summarize, need the shows, right? Need to make it a show.
Yep.
Put the lifestyle aspect in it.
Yep.
Build heroes. And then, like, kind of the replacement of the magazines that you're saying is the social media aspect of pumping it into the social media till the algorithms and that pick up the BMX and start moving it. Those are what you're feeling it needs to be for fans.
Right.
I think so. And I've actually spoken with Mike Miranda about this before with what they're doing with the Dirty Knobs podcast about bringing back the history and bringing in all these people is awesome. I think it's so amazing.
Yeah.
I tried to get it done here for a little while to where I wanted Kylie or Bella or Deegan to do it for the younger generation, because I watch the mountain bike and the road bike shows and all that. And I mean, I think we're already starting to do a great job for the older side, for the big BMX guys who are coming back, the 46 and over flat class. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm too fat, I'm too old, I'm too ugly for kids that are 16 and 17 to give a damn about, right?
Yeah,
I know this. It needs to be someone who is 16 or 17
agreed,
that's putting that infection out there on them. And that's where I love it when Vicente does the videos, or when Ollie does the videos, or when Kylie does the videos. You know, people try to say, oh, Kylie's a young, dumb girl. She doesn't know. Look at her nails, blah, blah, blah. No, man, come on. Kylie rides pump tracks. Kylie rides skate parks. Kylie races BMX. Kylie does mountain biking. And you know what? She likes to look pretty.
Yeah.
So what? She does her nails. I mean, I'm probably going to get canceled, or maybe that's a woke statement, or whatever the F it is. But she's a girl who leads ride outs, goes and races at the Worlds, races at Nationals. Yeah. And she's in that demographic. And that's part of why I tried to do it before, to where we had Deegan and Nick try and sit down to do a show. But I think a lot of the younger BMXers are too afraid to go out in front of their peers all the time. And that's where when you get some great ones, you know, they actually do well. You know, you guys, myself, we don't care, right? We're not trying to attract anybody. We're not trying to do anything. We're trying to spread the sport and spread the love of BMX, right? We're already set in our lives. We're already set in our careers. We know where we're going. We're confident. We know what we're going to do. Yeah. And if more people of the younger generation would really do that. I mean, I've watched what Drew Polk has done. Drew's done some amazing stuff. I mean, I've spoken to the young man, but I don't know him. But I think he's doing some really cool stuff with trying to bring people in to understand what's going on in the sport. And that's where, again, you know, Lexi, she's killing it. You know, at least twice a month she sends us a video to put up onto our YouTube, and the people love it. And Lexi's, you know, 22 years old. She's that right person. Oliver, you know, 23, great kid. You know, Ty, the videos that he's doing, the kids can appreciate that and understand that. You know, he's 14 years old. Yeah. That's what the sport needs. You know, I'm sorry, we're dinosaurs. We're already out. Our time's already done. You know, I need to get the Griffin lens to really start to push it up. I really need to get the Danny Red bags to start to push it up. You know, I need to get, the Case and Suitmans, the 14-year-olds, the 15-year-olds, Justin Perkins, Gage Gomalicki, Sequoia Gomalicki. Those are the ones that really need to infect it out onto the others and get their friends from school and get their friends from their social media to just go, oh, this is great. Yeah. Whether they do it or not, they like watching and they're fans.
So I have a cool success story with that to share.
Oh, I want to hear a success story.
We'll get our answer and then we'll announce who's
on. And hold on, before you get the answer, I'm going to send you a gift card for some socks, some Crocs, and a shirt. Or Croc Charms, not Crocs. We don't make Crocs. Some socks, some Croc Charms, and a shirt to toss into whatever you're sending.
Perfect.
I'll send it to you.
Sweet.
Electronic
card. Yeah, we did that last time. Yeah, perfect. So
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome. First off, thank you. So we were at one of the local Richfield the other week. That's one of the local tracks for us,
Michigan.
Yeah. And I'm listening. Typically, Paul, that's on the show from time to time when he's not help running his track, he's their announcer. All of a sudden, I hear this in that voice. I said, man, that voice sounds familiar. He's a young man from your track. I think he's 12, 13, announcing. So the day before, I was at Chris's track at Waterford, and this kid's announcing,
not my track.
And I'm like, who is this kid? Because he's good.
He is.
Enunciates perfect, adds the excitement when he needs to. Finds, he kind of figures out something to add in, a little personal. Everything that makes a good announcer.
I think his name is Eli.
Yeah, God, and if anyone's listening knows his last name, put it in there so we can get him a shout out. And all the things that if you've announced and you found your way, that's what you need. So we're at Richfield the following day. Turn around. This is the best pick. One of the locals from Richfield, one of the Bannister kids, has got a microphone, and so does the kid from Waterford. So we got two kids, pre-teens, announcing a full-blown race, man.
Awesome.
And I looked at Paul, and I'm like, dude, that right there. I mean, it's always, for me, it's great to see big moto counts. But when you see the youngins wanting to get a microphone and put themselves out there I'm just echoing a lot of what you said. That was awesome. I was like, because I looked at him, I'm like, we were never that good looking, nor sound that good, dude. And they were tossing it back and forth, taking first part of the track, last part of the track. It was great.
Yeah.
So when you get to the kids, and then what happens? So the kids see kids announcing. That's cool. Because they want that kid, they want to hype up their name, hear some things.
They want to hear their name.
They want to hear the hype. They want to.
Here it is.
Talk about me. Talk about me.
Eli Simmons. Shout out to him. Somebody snipped this and sent it.
Eli Simmons. Good job.
Yep. And Bannister too. He's killing it too. Great. They're doing. It's good things. Seeing that. Now let's get to the winner.
Well, what's cool about that is those kids are seeing you, Paul Remington, Tim Weiss, you guys,
our local announcers,
announcing, and they're picking that up from you guys. They're learning and watching what you guys are doing and do it like that double team. You and Paul do that.
Yeah.
So one of you takes the first half and the other one takes the second half, and that allows the first guy to get the next moto sheet up and ready. And then boom, back and forth. So those kids are picking that up and running with it and doing the same type of thing. That's really cool.
They did good,
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's like out of Dirty Fest. Rick and Mike Miller, they're just going back and forth, back and forth. It was funny. There's so many things that Rick shouldn't have said that were just making people laugh hard.
I will.
Oh, gosh.
And we're out there for 4. I'll find my way up to the tower to announce with Rick and Mike.
Yeah. No, you'll have fun doing that.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Get to announce with Mike and Rick.
Gosh,
it's going to be a good time.
Sweet.
It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, I got to talk to my travel agent and see what she thinks about going out there.
We'll see what the wife says.
Yep.
I think the travel agent says you need to go.
Okay. Well, you may have to call. You may have to call her and convince her. I'll give you her cell phone. I'll give you her cell phone.
I know how to. Hello, Chris needs to go to Dirty Fest.
So we had.
It's like, okay, Shelly, come on.
We did have. We had a few people with some correct answers.
Okay, who was first?
Well, who first? Let's ask Bill. What CD was stuck in the truck?
Led Zeppelin #4.
All right.
That was it I got.
So Chandra Lynn was the first person with Led Zeppelin. Then Scott Sloan, old school, chimed in with the correct answer, Led Zeppelin 4.
Okay.
Damon Scott had Meatloaf. That wasn't right.
Meatloaf.
Nor was Tom Brady the correct answer. Dave Diortona, who answers every trivia question with that.
Yep. One of these days.
We got with the correct answer. The first correct answer would be Mr. Old School himself, Scott Sloan.
Old school.
There we go.
All right.
Scott, get a hold of us. Let us know. If you want to re-gift it, we can re-gift it and give it away to one of the kids at the track. We can ship it out to you. Just let us know, and we'll get you the gift certificate from Bill.
Send me the email address of whatever it needs to go to, and we'll get that handled.
Perfect. So I can get
that on
Scott's email address, send it to you. You can send it directly to him?
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay.
Even better.
That'll work.
So, yeah, next week, somebody, not planned, by the way,
No.
that Bill mentioned.
Yeah, I think that was pre-show we were talking. But
no, he talked about the taking the grocery store and turning it into a.
that was in the pre.
That was before.
You got Chad coming in?
There you go. How about you announce who's on next week?
Oh, man. Next week on All Things BMX Show, the next guest, Chad Powers. Chad, come on down.
Yeah. So Chad Powers will be next week, and he's a Supercross dealer. So.
Oh, he is a Supercross dealer.
Yeah.
He has a couple Supercrosses in his museum.
There we go.
He's a great guy, and I've got nothing but amazing things to say about what he has done to try and really revitalize BMX and try and keep his whole program going. That guy, his heart is truly BMX. And
Yeah.
I love it when I see that. I mean, like Andy at Chippendales, again, guy's heart is just in BMX. You know, Robin Cables, his heart's just in BMX. You know, and there's so many of them. And I'm not trying to single anybody out right now, but I realize that I tend to go long. But Chad's doing a great job. I mean, and he's not doing it for the profit. He's not doing it because he's making money. He's doing it just like all of us because we love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We're looking forward to it. The museum, the ramps. He's got now. I was just reading. He has the dog pantry, the dog food pantry. So tune in. You'll learn more about that.
Oh,
it's such a great thing he's doing right there with that. And yeah, it might be a 2-part or 3-parter with that because he's been at it. And me personally, I can't wait to tell him this is how. Like I remember him at the NBL Thanksgiving National down in Morristown. Like when he first started out, like bringing his stuff in a pickup and unloading it, setting it up on the concourse. And it's been, from afar. Like now he's like, got this big bike shop with the museum and still taking care of BMXers.
Yeah.
Oh, and see, it's stuff like that makes me proud that I'm still able to work with these guys after so many years. Rick Montanaro and I talk about it on occasion. Moeller and I talk about it on occasion. Magoo's going to be here on Friday all day. And, these are guys, like with Miranda, I've known him for 45 plus years. And, Montanaro, Moeller, they're pushing so hard into the BMX industry. Chad Powers pushing so hard into the BMX industry. And you watch so many others just fall away.
Yeah.
And it drives me nuts to where this is such a great sport and everybody instantly turns just for the money to where they're like, oh, well, I'm going to start doing road bikes or I'm going to start doing gravel bikes or I'm going to start doing mountain bikes. And don't get me wrong. We've done them and we will do them again. I mean, we've got our Shine. We've been doing our Shine since 2004. But our Shine, it's a 4-cross bike. It's a dual slalom bike, and it's a frame only. We sell 100 of them a year. We do it because they're fun to ride. They're fun to put together and go to the pump track. They're fun to go, down to Fontana to the 4-cross track. They're fun. It's like old school BMX. Well, I'm not doing it because I'm going to make $1 million. I mean, Santa Cruz sneezes and sells more of their dirt jump bike than it takes me, 10 years to sell. So, I mean, we're not a threat to those guys, but we love being able to go ride any type of riding that we want to do.
Right. Right.
Sorry, did I go long-winded?
No,
again?
you're good. You're good. I'm gonna. I caught a message from Scott. He said, "I finally won trivia."
Yeah.
Is this really your first? Is this really the first time
First
you've won
one?
trivia?
I thought he had one.
You've been
did
trying
a while
for
ago.
decades.
Did he? Because I mean,
how do you think he got the nickname Old School? Trying to win your trivia.
I will tip the cap, man. He's been around since we started, so like
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome, Scott. Like,
Well, congratulations,
Yeah.
Scott. I thought he had one
So
before.
he did win a cruise.
He wants you to FedEx it to him now.
Yeah.
He's expecting it to be like Amazon. He's
Right.
going to be waiting at his doorstep now. He's like,
Man.
I won. Where is it?
We got people from January just getting them.
No, not that bad. No, just six. Last six. We got six
Last
over
six.
there.
No, I'm
Actually, I
just being
delivered
funny.
one, so I hand delivered one. to
Hand
Toledo.
delivered one,
So
yes.
I was able to do that.
Yeah.
Um, so we're going to toss it over to you for your shout outs and any thanks that you want to give. We'll go full screen on you, and then we'll button her up. And if you want to hang out, you're more than welcome to hang out with us afterwards. I look forward to it.
Awesome. Well, guys, first, thanks for having me on the show. I appreciate everybody out there who's ever thrown a leg over their bike. They ride, they get out there, they try and put the word out there, the best word that can possibly be had. Get out there, ride your bike. Thank you guys at All Things BMX for bringing me back. I don't know why you do it, but I thank you. I want to thank our staff, our team, my family. God, I love my family. If they only knew what they let me get away with trying to spread my infection to the world on BMX, but they're like, yep, go do your thing. It's like that crazy Uncle Fester, just you go play over there, do your thing, and we'll be ready whenever you're coming home for dinner.
Oh, that's great.
Well, Bill, we appreciate you taking time away from your busy day and joining us. You're always welcome. And we truly do look forward to having you on each and every time. It's a lot of fun.
It is.
The time flies by. I can't believe what the time
Oh,
has flew
wow.
by.
We've already done 2 hours.
And it
Holy
flew
I thought
by.
we were just getting warmed up. Weren't we going
Right?
to talk about?
Shoot, we didn't even talk about half the stuff we were gonna.
We didn't talk about any of those pictures I sent you today.
Well, we did, and we were going on. I was getting ready to pull them up, and yeah. So you know what, ladies and
Because I'm
gentlemen,
long-winded.
it's all right. No, stay tuned. We'll have part 3.
Yeah.
Part 3, Part 4, Part
That's what we
5.
do. It's just that easy.
Hey. Yeah.
History of the World Part 2.
There we go.
Again, thanks, and thank you for everyone tuning in this evening and everyone in the chat making comments, passing along.
Sorry if I
questions.
annoyed you guys.
No,
You
you
could have
didn't.
turned it off. I'm sorry. We're trying to build their viewership, but I'm sorry.
We appreciate you guys tuning in. Chris, take
Yeah.
us on out.
Yeah, again, thank you, Bill. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for hanging out with us tonight. Make sure you give us a like and subscribe. We appreciate all that. Make sure you join us next Wednesday. We're going to have Chad Powers from Powers Bike Shop will be our guest. So please stop in, take a listen. Till we see you next week, get out there, ride your bike, have a great time. God bless you. See you.
All right!